So what I encourage you to do is just to close your eyes and just begin to think about that gateway of first love that's within your spirit. Just start to think about what it looks like, what it feels like, that you can see there's light coming around the edges of that gate, with expectation of that the presence of God and the glory of God is behind that gate, that there's a trickle of water that's flowing under that door, if you like, and just begin to picture that, and just hear God knocking and just asking to come in. And I would just encourage you to open that door, and as you open it, just start to sense the warmth of his presence, the peace, the joy. Just let him embrace you, and you feel affirmation and acceptance. You feel the warmth of his care for you. Now, as you've opened the doorway, the trickle of the river of life that's flowing out becomes a river that begins to flow out. And I want to just encourage you to, with Jesus holding your hand, he's going to take you into that river, and you can feel the water just going through you. There's no resistance. It's energizing, it's life-giving, it's life-affirming. It contains the abundance and the overflow of the blessing of God. Just lie in the river. You can sink to the bottom of it. You can drink it in. You can breathe it in, because it's the essence of life. Just let all your senses embrace it. Jesus just takes you by the hand, and you go to walk up to one of the gateways of your spirit. There's the fear of God, there's prayer, there's reverence, there's faith, there's hope, there's worship, there's intuition, revelation. Just go and walk up to one of those gates, the one you sense that he's leading you to. If you can see it visually, just see what it looks like. If you sense it, just begin to sense that that gateway is there. It's the gateway of your spirit that connects with your soul. So just open that gate and stand with Jesus on the threshold of the door, and surrender that to his lordship. Invite his presence, his fire, to refine it and purify it. If there's anything you see there which is blocking it or stopping it, then just note that, and just ask Jesus to reveal how that gateway functions for you. Just receive a flow of thoughts. Just ask him some questions if you want. As you've opened that door, the river of life can begin to flow through your spirit and begin to engage your soul. So we're just going to follow that river into the garden of our heart, and it begins to flow by a green pasture, and it's a very gentle flow. And I just encourage you just to sit and lie down in that green pasture. Jesus, as your shepherd, is there with you to lead you. He wants to begin to restore your soul. So just allow him to touch an area of your soul that may be tender, that you've protected. Just allow him to speak deeply, healing words, words of wholeness, words of transformation, deep into your soul. Just feel his compassion, the compassion of the healer. Just feel him place his hand on your heart. Feel the warmth that flows from him. If you feel that you've been carrying any weight, any heaviness, then just hand it to him. Cast all your burdens on him because he cares for you. Just receive his thoughts about you as he speaks to you, that he loves you, that you're his, that you're the apple of his eye, that he'll never leave you, he'll never forsake you. Just allow those gentle, kind, loving, compassionate words just flow over you. Healing, soothing words. I can see Jesus, he's setting before you on the grass like a picnic tablecloth, and he's laying out before you some very choice foods of revelation, foods of healing, foods of truth that you will be able to come back to time and time again, to feast and at the banqueting table of his love. It's a place for you to engage, and he will have put on that tablecloth before you all that you need in this season to embrace him in a deeper way, to engage him. There are other things there, maybe keys. You can see 2 keys, a golden key and an old, I think quite a big key, that are going to unlock some things for you. And we're called to cultivate the garden of our heart. So by the edge of the river, I want you to take a testimony of His blessing in your life. It may be a testimony of encounter, it may be a testimony of healing, maybe just an intimate moment that you've had with Him. And I want you to plant that as a seed. You can just scrape back some of the soil, plant that testimony as a seed, and just go to the river and just take some handfuls of water and just water that seed, and just step back and just command it to grow. And just watch as it springs into life, that life from that seed becomes a tree that has fruit, the fruit of testimony that you can continue to come back to as a place of engagement. You can give that fruit to others. Just want to encourage you, just have a look and sense what it's like. And go and take some of the fruit from that tree. And as you take it and eat it, feel the truth and the vibration and resonance of that experience that you had in the past, and just let it fill you again. So if you can look around, just see what there is within your garden.